Morning everyone, welcome to another episode. It's going to be slightly different this morning. I'm up at New Permission on the edge of Sheffield, really on the outskirts. That's Moorland just over there, on your way to Castleton in Derbyshire. It's a New Permission. A friend of mine actually picked this up. I was lucky enough to be invited along to shoot him. We come up last week, met landowners. Landowners got some stables with horses and they were having a problem with rats. So we thinned a few rats out for him last weekend, I think it were. So what aim is today, I'm going to come up. Obviously we were up in darkness last week, so I want to have a walk around in daytime. An important point to make to any young budding hunters is observation is key to successful hunts. So the aim of today is to have a wander, get to learn lay out land and just observe really. I've brought a rifle along, so you never know, I might get one or two opportunities. This New Permission, it's got a nice patch of woodland on it, so I'm really excited about having a new bit of ground for shooting squirrels. I'm in process of making a new feeder. Hopefully that will be done in about a week's time when I've built it, painted it, reinforced it, and then I'll come up after today's visit. I'm going to look for a suitable place to site a feeder. I'm looking for shelter from wind. I'm hopefully looking for where sun rises, catch its feeder in early morning, because squirrels like first thing in the morning to have a warm, like rest of us really, get comfy for the day. So I'm having a mooch around through woods. I'll try and film as much as I can, but it's quite wet this morning, so I don't really want to get camcorder wet through. But I'll find a suitable site and I'll show you what I see this morning. So morning starts off with a mooch around. Got a rucksack on my back, camcorder's in there, flask got coffee, and rifle's on sling, and it's over my left shoulder. That's how I like to carry it. I'm just taking my time. Like I say, it's about observation today. I'm walking slow, watching where I place my feet. I'm just walking a few yards, then stopping, scanning. I'm looking for quarry at the same time as just observing everything. I want to know which way prevailing wind comes, which way sun would rise. So I'm checking it out by looking at trees. Majority of trees will be leant or bent in a certain way, which tells you most common wind direction for ground that you're shooting on. There's moss on north side of the tree. That'll let me know which way south is. I'm just gingerly making my way up to like gate posts, gate entrances. I'm just looking at scanning. I'm sure there'll be a few rabbits in this area, so we're hoping to catch one or two of them out of an early morning munch. But while I'm walking round, what I'm looking for is food sources as well. I'm seeing what's available to quarry on ground. I'll be looking for fruit trees, berry trees, beech mast, acorns. Again, I'm just moving through slowly. This oak keeps catching my eye. I decided to have just a little gander into this corner and just poke my head round either side. Again, I'm constantly scanning ground, treetops. I'm also hoping I'll catch a bit of quarry out, but it's absolutely chucking it down at this point. I'm getting wet through, all my gear's getting wet through, but that'll have an effect on quarry. They'll be hunkered away somewhere, trying to keep dry themselves and keep warm. Just behind this hut, there's a couple of paddocks for horses, a couple of fields. Again, I'm just scanning around, just checking it out. Could be a good spot to decoy wood pigeons or target magpies and crows on edge of the woodland. As I come to edge of woodland, I find some beech mast on floor. There's obviously some beech trees here, and that'll be a great autumn spot for wood pigeons when autumn bounties on offer. I'll be looking at targeting that area come autumn. As I said before, constantly scanning treetops. They're like two bird nests, but you never know. I might find a dreyer too. This wood's cut in two by a valley in the middle. It's got quite steep sides either side, so you cross down into the bottom of the valley. And there's a little stream that runs through it. What I'll do is I'll just wade across that little stream and start making my way up the other side of the valley. I'm just taking shelter from quite a massive downpour, to be honest. I'm soaked already, rifle is. I'm looking at that bush there. It's an evergreen. Obviously, we're just coming out of winter, it's still got its leaves. There's a bit of cocoon under there. It's a possible hide spot. Just all I need is a chair and a tarp. I'm thinking if I thin a couple of these branches here, probably sight a feeder on that tree just there. Obviously I'd have to thin this area a bit, so I've got a clear path through. Just heard a jay as well, so there's jays in the area. They're up in these trees, I didn't get to see it, I just heard it. This spot looks quite promising. I could do with something a bit more open, so I'll keep walking, keep investigating. I've crossed over the stream now. I've made my way up other embankment on the side of the valley. You can quite clearly see animal tracks here. Comes from stone wall from field, goes down into woodland. Tipping that to be rabbits. I think these are snowdrops. Saw quite a few of these up there on my morning mooch. I'm just following a natural path. Wildlife will always create little corridors for you, so I'm following their tracks. Checking tracks out as I go along, see if I can see any sign of prints or anything like that. I did come across some hawthorn bushes with some berries still on. These are being used at this time of year. Wood pigeons, all manner of other little birds will be eating these. It's worth keeping an eye on this area as well. Still following this path. As you can see, this woodland's not managed at the minute. It's quite a lot of undergrowth. This is just on the outskirts of it, but I'm sure the landowner's going to get around to coppicing it in some way, which will make movement a lot easier in future. I know he's got plans to harvest his own wood for his log burner off this patch of woodland, so I'm sure it'll get managed better in future. A little tip to anybody that goes free hunting or stalking: watch where you put your feet. Spend as much time looking at ground as what you are doing above and in front of you. Try and avoid any sticks, because as soon as they snap underfoot, it'll all quarry an area that you're around. I'm liking what I see on this side of woodland. It's more open, some open grassy areas. There's quite a lot of sign around. You can see well-worn trodden tracks. There's food sources, and there's scrapings as well. Generally scrapings like this can be rabbits, but these to me look like squirrel. Rabbits are usually a bit longer, maybe about 4 or 5 inch long and 2 or 3 inch wide, and you generally find droppings as well with rabbits. So we think this is squirrels scratching around looking for nuts or berries that they've hidden through winter to keep them going. I was looking at that fallen tree. I'm panning around to the right here. A tree just off path and to the right. I'm thinking that could be a place for a feeder. See this looks like a rabbit run. It looks like a path that they take quite often. And straight from field to stone wall, and it disappears down into woodland. I'd say this area in summer might be an ideal habitat for rabbits, could possibly be hares. We are on the edge of moorland. You can see it rain, absolutely siling it down. But that's not going to stop me on this morning. The skin's waterproof. It's only as clothes that get wet. As long as you're wrapped up warm, you'll be fine. They look like deer tracks to me. I'm not a deer tracker, but they have got that 2 prongs, like 2 hoofs. There could be some muntjacking area. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for them. Come to a clearing, a stone wall, and the sun starts to pop out at this point, so I decide to have a little mosey and then find a spot where I can just rest up for a few minutes. I thought while sun were out, I'd give myself 5 minutes, sat down, have a cup of coffee, just recharge batteries a little bit. Little recharge will get your concentration going again. I'll be ready for another little wander. Well, been having a mooch around for about an hour, an hour and a half now. It's been absolutely chucking it down. So I'm soaked at bone, rifle soaked. Found a couple of promising areas, a couple of feeder sites. Little bird over there chirping away. I think it's chirping now because sun's out, everything's feeling a bit happier. I've seen a few things while I've been mooching. I've just spooked a woodcock out of some undergrowth. I've heard pheasant, seen crows, I've heard jays, I've heard magpies, seen a few wood pigeon. I've come across quite a bit of sign. You can see animal runs, looks like rabbits, there's diggings, there's scrapings. So there's activity on land. Like I said before, purpose today is just have a look around, observe, find out what's going on, hopefully find 1 or 2 likely hotspots. I'm still not convinced with squirrel sites. I want something that's a bit easier access. This wood's quite overgrown, it's not managed. So there's a lot of undergrowth on woodland floor. It's not ideal for stalking. Today's not bad because the ground's wet, so you can take your time and it don't make quite as much noise. You're not breaking branches and twigs all the time. So I'm just coming to a bit of an opening, a bit of clearing. I'm coming to the boundary of the property in about another couple 100 yards, so I'll have to swing left, sort of go back on myself. I'm hoping I could find a site for a feeder in this area, because it would be easier access. I can simply just get out of the car, walk across a couple of fields, and I'm straight to where I want to be, without disturbing woodland and that kind of thing. So I'm either looking somewhere down here now, or the other far end of the wood. I want to be out of the way of anybody who's visiting this area, because it is a stable, so people come to tend to their horses and take them out for a little bit of jolly and stuff. So I need to be on extremities really. I've been told no one actually comes into this woodland, which is a plus point. Obviously it makes it safe for shooting, but also for disturbance as well. So once I find a spot out of the way, I should be undisturbed while ever I'm here. But I'll carry on with my mooch. I'll try and show you a little bit more where I'm going and what I'm doing. So catch up with you in a bit. You see this animal track. Comes down here, forks off into two. I would say they clearly use it as a run. Looks like rabbits, to be fair. And they go over that gapping stone wall there through fence. Comes down, forks off at that point, and you've got two definite runs. One going into undergrowth to the left there. And this one runs down here. I'm quite liking this area. I like the fact that it's open. It looks like there's quite a bit of activity, so there's chance of rabbits. Just trying to look, see if I can find a suitable place for an hide now. This is stream again a bit further down. Quite fast flow to it, it's not deep, probably a foot or two deep in most places, and that's the deepest point. But this will be a source of water at Quarry on ground. Come summer when it's hit a trickle, all birds will use that for a drink. I'm looking at a birch tree in distance, or tree just at right, hawthorn tree. I'm contemplating whether or not it's another feeder site. Tree's big enough to put a feeder on it. It's bang in middle of main patch of woodland. A few strands of trees here that lead onto another part of woodland. And I'm thinking I could possibly put an hide at the base of that tree. You've got some natural cover, stone wall behind you. Only problem with this area, it's a little bit exposed. I can feel wind blowing today. But this could be a good area for targeting magpies and crows. I did see some crows in distance in them trees. When I got down to that end of wood, I could hear magpies chatting away as well. So they're definitely around here. I could probably utilise that tree, put an hide up, and use this area for magpies and crows. It's open enough to lay a bait at. And while you're in hide, it does look rabbity, this area as well. And there's rabbit sign, as in runs and stuff like that, and scrapes, so it could be quite a productive area, and I could target 2 or 3 species at the same time. I'm at bottom end of paddocks now. And again, this area could be utilised for magpies and crows. And you might catch odd rabbit out. Doing a pheasant shoot on this permission, so I would imagine pheasants are fair game as well, and it looks like open pasture that's ideal for pheasant. Well, I've just been talking about where I decided on putting a feeder up. Crossed over into the field. Saw this squirrel in tree. Took you a nice clean headshot. Other side of this stream. I was about where that little tree is in field there. I just sat in front of it, got myself comfy, waited for it to show enough for itself. I managed to shoot it. I didn't have my camcorder on my rifle because weather's been absolutely chucking it down. I didn't fancy getting it wet. So unfortunately I ain't got it on camera. But first trip to new permission, or second trip if you exclude rats. Looking for sign of squirrels. Found a promising area. Not 5 minutes later, I find one and I managed to shoot it. So I'm over the moon with that really. I didn't expect to see any weather today, but at least in the area. I decided on putting feed in roughly the right area. So happy days. Bit of closer look for you. Nice healthy squirrel. That one will go home with me. It'll go into the pot. Shame I didn't have camcorder on, but today's trip weren't really about filming and shooting. It was just about getting out and having a look around, so this is just a bonus. This could be another possible area. I have to check with landowner, see what it does with that up there. I'd love to be able to shoot out of that. I want at windows. It's concerned it might be a bit close to activities that are going on, but should be alright down here. I've just had that squirrel down here. Probably just see a little tree. So they're definitely around this part. I'll have to see if I can incorporate that and make that my hide. So there's me mucking around, all I gotta do is put feeder up and I'm good to go. So I've managed to get in here. If you look, perfect shooting window. Straight to that tree or any of them trees over there. It's about 15-20 yards away. Sunshine on tree, bit of shelter. I think this could work. Just square it off with landowner first, make sure you don't mind me being in here. That'd be perfect.